Okay, so after finishing talking, Joel, about the matching questions, and I told you that in matching questions, you have to skim the passage, you have to read fast just to be able to match the information. Now I think it's the time to discuss the next exercise, which is about writing a short answer. Now, in writing the short answer, Joel, it is the opposite of matching the information. Because as I said, in matching the information, you have to skim, you have to read fast just to get the general idea or general information about the topic. But in writing a short answer, it is the opposite. I mean, in this kind of a question, you have to scan the passages. Again, the meaning of a scan is to read fast, but you have to look for specific information or specific details. Okay, now to answer short answer questions, you need to locate the correct word or maybe short phrase from the text. You will have to write the answer to these questions using only the information given in the texts. Now, short answer questions will require you to look at the four texts absolutely in more detail. As I told you, you have to look for specific details than you did in matching the information, because as we said, in matching the information, we have to skim, but not to scan. So as the answers to short answer questions might be found in only one single sentence or maybe one single information in one only of the texts. These questions will include specific words such as types of medication, treatment or reactions in patients that you can look for in the four texts to find this type of information in presented. Now, once you found the information, you need to understand the type of word or maybe phrase you need to answer the question. So we have to look at the question to understand what type of information is being asked for. Let's take a look at this example. And I think I have to raise my screen. So the example is saying a question that asks, what should patients suffering from fever be given? Now, could be answered with a type of medication or maybe in a certain beverage. I mean, beverage, the meaning of beverage is a drink, or maybe a certain item. So this question couldn't, on the other hand, be answered by writing only a number, for example. In this type of questions, Joel, you have to write minimum one word and approximately maximum 3 words. Approximately, it is the same of the IELTS exam, because in the IELTS exam, you have to write minimum 1 word, maximum 3 words. Approximately, it is the same, but you cannot write only a number. So, or type of illness. When you're struggling to find the answer to the question, it can be helpful to narrow down the type of the answer you need. And you have to look for the possible answers in the relevant text. But please don't leave the question blank. You have to answer, even if it is a guessing, you have to write your guess, but don't leave it blank, because maybe this guessing or this answer that you are not totally sure, it could be correct, and absolutely you will have plus for writing the correct answer. So we have to make sure you copy all the words exactly. Do not include words or phrases that are not present in the text. So please don't add extra words or words that aren't existed in the text. You have to stick with the text. You have to write the information that is existed in the text. Don't write extra words or words that, again, aren't existed in the passage or passages. Now, the answer will generally require, as I told you, 1 to 3 words from the text. We have to keep our answers short because this is writing a short answer. And as I told you, I have to avoid including unnecessary information, as it may lead the assessor, the corrector of my paper or answers, to believe that you don't understand the text in a full way. Or maybe you are not sure about the correct answer. So please be careful. And now I think it's the time to practice writing a short answer. We are still talking about the same passage that we have talked previously, but absolutely we have now to write short answers. So let's try to answer the questions from 12 to 16 using all the texts A, B, C, D on these pages. For each answer, we have to use maybe word or maybe short phrase, but not a complete sentence, please, and not only number, please. This is extremely important. When I say phrase, the phrase is not a complete sentence because the sentence should have subject, verb, object, or maybe the complement of the sentence. But writing a short answer, maybe two words or three, and maybe the answer doesn't have a verb, for example, this is a phrase. I don't mean complete sentences. Each answer may include, as I told you, words, numbers, or maybe both of them, and we have to complete the questions only in 5 minutes. So please be careful because in all part A, let me remind you, we have to solve all the questions in only 15 minutes. So please, you have to be fast as much as you can. But now, because we are practicing, absolutely, I'm not going to specify 5 minutes because I need you to be familiar with this kind of a question, which is writing the short answer. Okay, now let me show you the four passages just to read, and let's try to answer these questions. Let's try to make zoom out just to be able to read the question. And um, um, yes, exactly. And let me now show you the four passages. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, let me just try to mention the texts that I'm showing now. So this is text A, this is text B, this is text C, and this is text D. So, and don't forget that in the final exam, the texts are not going to be arranged like text A, text C, text B, text D, for example. And as I told you, maybe the answer of the first question is going to be existed in text D, and maybe the answer of the final question is going to be existed in text A. So please, the answers are not in order. I mean, let me tell you what I mean, Joel, because this is really important. Some students think that if the answer of number one, for example, is here, so the answer of a question number two is maybe in text B. I have to complete reading because the questions are arranged in a chronological order. It is not like that. So maybe you have to read a certain passage twice or something like that. So please be careful. Okay. Now I think we have to practice writing a short answer. Okay. Now I need you to try to make zoom in to read the passages and to answer the question, which is what will the level of FT4 be in patients undergoing thyroxine replacement therapy? So try to read as fast as you can and find the correct answer. Mhm.
I think that the answer is normal.
Normal, only normal.
I'm not sure.
How did you know?
I was
Mhm.
thinking in the text D, the
Exactly.
first one.
The first one. Okay. Let me show you the keywords, Joel, just to match them in the passage. As I told you, here we have to scan. I mean, we have to read fast just to match or to search for specific information. If you notice here that we have patients undergoing thyroxine replacement therapy. So these are the keywords that I have to look for. And yes, thank you, it is in text D. Now, absolutely, this is the second keyword, FT4. So we notice that this is FT4, this is number one. And I have to read the clinical now just to the final one. We notice here that we have what? We have therapy, thyroxine, replacement therapy. Am I right?
Okay.
And it is in FT4. So this is FT4, this is the column, and this is it. This is FT4. So the answer is what?
Normal or increased.
Exactly. So normal or increased. So notice that this is a phrase. It is not one word, it is not one number, and it is not a complete sentence.
Mm.
Okay?
The problem was I looked only at thyroxine treatment in the first one. So that's
Okay.
why I said normal.
That is okay. And now we have to know the exact way that we have to look for keywords to match the information and just to complete or write the word or maybe the phrase. Okay, thank you
Okay.
so much. Now I think we have to answer the second question, which is saying what should patients who are taking L-thyroxine do if they notice arrhythmia and mood swings?
Mm, Okay. Seek immediate medical help
Exactly. That's amazing. But how did you know that?
because they mentioned the symptoms before.
Yeah, exactly. Which
So
text?
in text A,
Text A. Thank
uh,
you so much. Which line, for
mm,
example?
okay,
Yeah, amazing.
the answer is in the last line.
The last line.
Seek,
Advice for exactly.
mm,
Seek
seek medical help.
immediate. Amazing. To help if more than one of these symptoms occurs, that's amazing. This is the exact answer. Thank you so much. And we notice that this is a phrase. That's amazing.
Mm.
Now I think we have to complete writing the short answer of the next question. Now, the next question is saying which type of thyroidectomy has an increased chance of morbidity?
It's okay. Open thyroidectomy.
Yeah, how fast you are. That's amazing. Exactly. Which text?
Text B,
Uh-huh.
the second point. It's 14% for
It's exactly. This is it. Thank you so much. Conventional open thyroidectomy, that is it. This is the exact answer. Thank you so much. And you have been fast. That's amazing. Okay, so
Can
again,
I
we
can I
Mm.
only say open thyroidectomy or I
Yes,
should also
yes,
say conventional?
no, it is open. Thyroidectomy is correct, and we cannot say only conventional.
Okay.
Yeah, because conventional is an adjective, and we have to write the noun of this adjective. So not only. conventional. If I want to say conventional thyroidectomy or open thyroidectomy, now it is correct because we have the noun and we have the adjective.
Okay.
That's amazing. Okay, now the next question. Let me just scroll down. Okay, now the next question is saying test results of a patient with subclinical hyperthyroidism will show what level of FT3?
It's the answer is normal.
The answer is normal. How did you know?
It's text D.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in the first one.
Exactly, the first one, the
Subclinical
answer.
hyperthyroidism.
Yes, exactly. This is FT3, absolutely. Exactly. Which column? The first one, the second, the third?
The first one.
The first one,
Second
yes.
second line. Yes.
Exactly. This is hyperthyroidism. Exactly. And this is a kind of a keyword. And absolutely, I have to search for this keyword. And this is subclinical. Exactly. The answer is normal. Thank you so much. I'm going to show you the correct answers when we finish answering all of them. And thanks God, because this time you have been fast and you have to do the same in the rest of the questions. Okay. Now, the final one in writing the short answer is saying what can be tested for using a commercial available kit.
I think the answer is BRAF V6
Yes,
00E.
exactly. This is it. This is it. BRAF V600E mutation. And absolutely, the keyword is commercial kit. And it is easy for me just to find the keyword, which is commercially available testing kit. That is amazing. Thank you so much. So this is it. All the answers approximately are correct. Now I think I have to show you the correct answers. That is amazing. So this is exactly what you have to do in writing the short answer. And these are the correct words. Let me try to make zoom in. This is not the practice test. Okay, let me. Okay, so this is the answer of the question number one. Normal or increased, seek immediate medical help, conventional or open thyroidectomy, normal, thank you so much, and a PRAF V600E mutation. So these are the correct words. Thank you so much. So this is it. This is about writing the short answer. So you notice that the answer should be short, and I don't have to write something else, for example, like extra information or something like that, because absolutely I will lose marks. Now I think it's the time to discuss the final type of questions, which is completing a sentence. So this is writing the short answer. Now, writing or completing a short sentence. Let me try to zoom in and explain the strategy and the things that I have to do if I want to complete a certain sentence. So, to answer this sentence completion questions, you need to fill the gaps. So we have gaps. We have to fill the gaps just to complete the sentence that is written in the exam's paper. In each sentence with a word or maybe again a short phrase, but not a complete sentence, absolutely, from one of the four texts that are going to be shown next to me. Now, the process of answering these questions is similar to that used in short answer questions. So you notice that here again, I have to scan, I have to look for specific information, and absolutely I have to search for the keywords just to match my answer. Look at the words in the sentence that are likely to guide you to the information. So as we notice in solving the writing, the short answer sometimes is not literally the word that is literally written, but maybe the writer is going to show us some synonyms, antonyms. Maybe he's going to define the word that is written in the question, and maybe he's going to write or give us some examples. So I have to scan, as I told you, the text for these words until you find the information. Match the information, identify them, the word or maybe short phrase that is most likely to complete the sentence that is going to be shown in the exam. So before completing the sentence, we have to read the sentence to yourself, absolutely in your head, not out loud, because maybe you cannot that. Now, just to confirm that the sentence makes sense. So absolutely, all the sentences that are going to be written have meaning, have complete meaning. If the absolutely after writing the word or maybe the phrase, if you want to complete the sentence, please read the sentence completely. If you find that this sentence has a meaning, yes, you are right. But if you feel that there is something wrong, there is something ambiguous, or maybe cannot understand, so you have something missing, you have to check yourself again just to write the correct words, because as I told you, all the sentences have complete meanings. If it doesn't, if it does, complete the sentence, absolutely. If it doesn't now, if it doesn't make sense or if it doesn't have a meaning, you have to read the relevant piece of information more closely or again, and you have to choose another word because you are not correct in choosing the correct word or maybe the correct phrase just to complete the sentence. Now, absolutely, we have to practice. We are still talking about the same passages and now the same passages, and we have to use a word or maybe a short phrase from the four texts, absolutely, on the same pages. Each answer may include words, numbers, or maybe both of them. You should complete these questions in 5 minutes, just to complete the 15 minutes, because as I told you, in part A, we have only 15 minutes. Now, let me tell you something when you reach the final question, Jubel. In writing the short, or maybe the complete the sentence, you will find that this kind of a questions is going to be the easiest, because when reaching this kind of a question, you will have good information, you will have complete information about the topic, about the text, so it will be easier for you just to skip from this text to this information, and because you will gather the information just to understand the topic, which is thyroid. Okay, now I think we have to practice completing a sentence. So let me scroll down to the questions of completing a sentence, and let's practice. Let me just try to make zoom in. I want to scroll down. This is it. Okay, I have to do the same that I did before. Okay, let me try to make zoom out. Okay. Yes. Okay, now 17 is saying the first question in completing the sentence is saying, if thyroid function tests indicate that TSH has, this could suggest heterophile antibodies.
Okay. It's the answer is for 17
Mhm.
is increased.
Increased. How did you know?
Text D,
Uh-huh.
the third okay, the third line.
Yes.
We
The
have
third. Uh-huh.
okay, we have hydrophil antibody,
Mm-hmm.
and for TSH is increased.
Increased. This one, am I right?
Mm.
Okay. Why did you ignore normal?
Because we're talking about TSH only.
Okay, so shall we ignore or normal, only increased?
I think yes.
Yes, this is it. Exactly.
Because we're only talking about the
Yes, exactly.
TSH.
That is it. Thank you so much. And this is heterophile antibodies. This is it. This is the
Mm.
keyword. Thank you so much. This is TSH. That's amazing. It's increased. Thank you so much. So notice that this time I wrote only one answer. Okay, now let's talk about the next question. Following a thyroidectomy, if the patient experiences aphonia, this suggests injury to the what?
Injury to laryngeal nerve.
Yes, exactly. It's injury to the laryngeal nerve. How did you know which text?
It's text B, because we
Uh-huh.
have the loss of voice, aphonia. Those are
Exactly.
the symptoms for this kind of injury.
Exactly. So we have to search for aphonia and absolutely injury. These are the keywords. Thyroidectomy, absolutely. This is the main topic about this text. This is it. So I have to search carefully just to find it. That's amazing. The next
Mm.
one is correct. Thank you. Now let me show you the next question, which is saying, now, if tests reveal that the PRAF V600E mutation is present, okay, it is extremely likely that the patient has,
Malignant cancer.
yes, thank you. Which text?
Text C,
Uh-huh.
the last point. A positive
That's
result means
positive. Thank you so much. So this is notice that the writer doesn't write in the question positive, literally like this one, but he said something just like extremely likely that the patient has something. Yes, if it is positive, this is it. Positive result. So, and we noticed that the writer didn't say that literally. As I told you, he used some synonyms just to show me the second meaning of this word. Thank you so much. So this is it. This is cancer, the cancer, and this is the second word. Thank you so much.
malignant.
Malignant. Thank you. That's amazing. Now I have to show you the next one. And thanks God, because you are really fast in finding the answer. Okay, now 20 is saying during a thyroidectomy, the endoscope is inserted into a cut made in the what?
Made. It's above the sternal notch, or
Yeah, uh-huh.
I can say all these words, yes? Above the
Yes,
sternal notch. Okay.
exactly. Notice this is a phrase. But where did you find this one? Which text?
It's text B,
Mm-hmm.
second line.
Yes,
Small incision made above the sternal notch.
that's amazing. Thank you so much. So notice endoscope inserted into a cut. So absolutely, the writer didn't mention the words literally. So this is incision. Okay, this is the meaning of sometimes like a hole or a cut. Thank you so much. And made above the external notch. Thank you so much. These are the correct words. And even if you want to say above the external notch, and absolutely, this is correct. So this is it. Thank you so much. It is completely correct. Now the final question is saying, to optimize hypothy hypothyroidism treatment, I don't know, can be used to detect eu euthyroidism, okay, once the current treatment is stopped. Euthyroidism, okay.
Okay, it's the answer is serum T4 and
Yes,
SH.
that is awesome.
Text
Thank
A.
you so much. This is it. Exactly. That's amazing. This is euthyroidism. I'm sorry if I didn't say that correctly. Exactly, this is the keyword. Absolutely, I have to search for. This is treatment, and this is treatment. Yes. So this is the correct answer. That's amazing. Exactly. Now let me show you the correct answers just to make sure that all the answers are correct. So I have to scroll down just to do so. Okay, so these are the answers exactly. So thank you so much. Number one, we said that it is increased. This is it. Two, superficial laryngeal nerve, malignant cancer, sternum notch, and serum T4 and TSH concentration. Thank you so much. This is really amazing. And this is exactly about writing a short answer. Short answer, as we said, that it is not a complete sentence, so we have to avoid writing complete sentences. It's not like well when we are at school. Thank you so much. You are really amazing at this, and I have a certain idea. What do you think now to practice a complete part A texts with complete questions, just to answer all the questions that we have. Now, all the questions, I mean, matching the information, writing a sentence, completing the sentence, and complete the note. What do you think?
As you like. As you like.
Yes, but I want to ask you something. Can you please, I want you just to give me 5 minutes. I want to adjust my screen just to show you all the exam because I don't want you to wait and lose your time in waiting. Maybe you will feel bored. So approximately it is 12:38. What do you think to meet again at 12:15 just to make sure that everything is okay and you will do the exam fast?
Okay, no problem.
So, okay, so I have to thank you, and I'm waiting for you after 12 minutes or 11 minutes just to be here again.
Okay, deal.
Thank you so much, Joel, and see you soon.
Deal. Thank you.
Bye bye, bye bye.
Bye.